Well, good day everyone. Thanks for joining me for this video. Just a bit of a precursor to the video being put up. Filmed this video yesterday and with all intentions of putting it up tonight, which I'm going to do. We did put a preview of it up on YouTube and on social media. And in the period of putting the preview up and today, I received a message from a councillor to say that the grading had been completed in September 2022, which is not correct for our road because we didn't get our 1 mile section of road graded. They might have graded a couple of potholes out. That was about it though, but certainly no proper grading. And the next grading will be March, April of this year. Now, I have been told this many times before and it hasn't come to fruition. So we'll wait with bated breath to see what happens over the next 5 or 6 weeks, and certainly do another video of what happens. If they grade it, we'll show it. If they don't, we'll get back on here and report that as well. Okay, let's get on with the video. It's an absolute road hazard, absolute disgrace. Brighton Council, what's that on the road there? The hell is that? Bit of a cow's hoof. Not quite sure where that came from because I didn't see it here the other day. Come to think of it, I didn't see it when we drove up here anyway. Brighton Council are really neglecting roads in the country areas of the municipality at the moment. They seem to forget where our municipality started from. It was a rural area, a farming area, but then we get all of these wannabe politicians, but they're not good enough to be proper politicians, so they get on councils, and now they're trying to make Brighton, I think, a city or something. Like, really? Just do the job. My theory is that councils' jobs are to cut grass, clean the toilets, collect the garbage, and fill in the potholes and do the roads. That's about it, nothing else. The Brighton Council seem to have their fingers in a million pies at the moment, and I think it's about time country people put up a bit of a revolt with them and said, hey, get onto our roads, because that's all we've got. That's all we pay rates for, our roads. Not like we live in the town where we've got all services, because we haven't. So there's 9 properties on the road, plus a meditation centre at the end of the road that are continually doing work over there with large trucks, water tankers. Everyone up here is on tank water, so there's a lot of water cartage going on with big trucks. And the council provides us with a road that, if you get off the actual, I don't know what you'd call it, the gravelled area to pass a truck or even another vehicle, especially in the winter, the sides of the road give way. Because all they do is just keep grading and grading and grading it out and don't do anything to support the edges of the road. Okay, let's take a time-lapse version of our road. Bear in mind that this is the road we're provided with by the Brighton Council. The Brighton Council call it a bushfire prone area, so there are more regulations if you're building up here than in a non-bushfire prone area. You know, I think that really the road should be wide enough for 2 fire trucks to pass, what, let's say, unimpeded on the road. I think in a lot of places that's not the case. The road edges are so soft that over winter, if a car gets on the edge of them, they fall away and the car gets stuck on the edge. So I come along with a tractor and pull them out. The growth on the side of the road at the moment is 3 to 4 foot high. So here we go. Have a look at the road. Oh well, I guess the council's civilised enough to clean our gutters out, run the grader down them once in a while, maybe once every 3 years, 4 years, maybe even once every 5 years. Okay, we're going to head over and put a bit of water on the grass over here that we seeded last year, and they've eaten it off. It's got pretty dry there now, but I figure that we're into autumn, but I don't think we've got any water worries until next summer now. So I think we can afford to put a bit of water on there and see if we can get it growing a little bit before winter. So that's what we're doing. Well, unfortunately, this is the only sprinkler I've got at the moment. I'd have to get a couple more when I go down the road tomorrow, but at least we're getting a little bit of water on. Hopefully, I can get about 5 goes to get across here, I think. Okay, let's go on to the next job now. We've got to move a fence, we'll put a fence up, but only temporary, just where I'm grazing the cattle, strip grazing them. Just to go underneath the electric so the calves don't wander off. Should only take 10 minutes to do. Let's go and see how we go with it. Right, so what we're going to do here is just run this bit of temporary fence up here. There's a steel post up sort of right there. We'll run it up to there, and then we can put the electric along just inside it for grazing on Thursday. What happens is I put one strand of electric up for the large cows, but the smaller calves can actually get under the electric, and I don't want them wandering off down into the bush here and the mother's breaking the fence down and getting down there as well, because once they get into there, there's snakes and God knows what in there, and I certainly don't want to be tramping about in there trying to get them out. Okay, that didn't take long to get done, and it actually went better than what I thought, because what it's done, it showed me along the bottom of it that it's fairly level there. There's not too many depressions, so when I end up putting the fence up permanently there, I'm not going to have to fill in too many holes underneath the fence there. So that's worked out pretty good. So what we'll do, tomorrow we'll run them up here again, then we'll come over and we'll take a bit of this old fence down, because this has all got to come down. It's all crappy and falling over, has been for years, and put an electric up, just one strand, and we'll have a couple of days grazing in this area, and by then hopefully there's a bit of grass shooting up all over the place after the rain that we had the other day. We've got the water going over there, so she's all action at the moment, and hopefully we can get a bit more of this grass growing pretty quickly. Okay, so here's my plan over the next few weeks. After we get all of this grazed off and we get a bit of water on the ground here, my plan is to take this fence down that we've got along here, this fence line, join it up with the temporary one, make that permanent there up to somewhere near the tree just there, and then go across the brow of this bank where the cows have all cleaned out now, swing this fence around over to the other fence over there, over the back. There's another crappy fence here with bread crates and Christ knows what, filling up holes and stuff. We'll whip that out, and as I said, move this fence that we've got here, swing it around to the other side, so that'll give us then all of this area up here as well. So probably be, I don't know, an extra 1 or 2 acres in there. So that'll be pretty good. We'll put a gate in the top bit because that'll give us access then to our top acreage up on top of the hill, and it'll make this probably about a third bigger than what it is now, so that'll work out good. Okay, so that's what we're planning to do over the next few weeks. Tell you something, it looks different over here now. Now all of the potatoes and everything are out of here to what it did 2 months ago. Which is pretty bare over here now, but we'll get it back to the way it was. We'll get plenty of worms in there, we'll stick some manure on it, and we'll get stuck into it when it's planting time again. The good thing about it is in this area here, wherever we put the fence, it's pretty level. So it doesn't mean carrying too many rocks and stuff to fill in holes underneath the fence and stuff. We'll strain it tight enough so the kangaroos can't get underneath. Put some barbed wire around the top, and away we go. It should be looking pretty good then. Anyway, I'll just show you down here where we put in the pumpkins. I ploughed them in, and here they are. Look at this, they've come up again all the way down here. We've even got one flowering there, so yeah, that's good. But it's good in one way, I suppose. They're not going to grow because it's going to get cold too quickly. Anyway, doesn't matter. We've had a crack at it, didn't work, but we'll have a crack at something else next spring anyway. Okay, that's all we've got for today. Thanks for joining me. Take it easy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done it. We'd really appreciate it. Catch you next time.